Hey everybody, you have arrived at mini concert number 66, so get your kicks on mini concert 66. First song tonight is a Tom Paxton song. It's a breakup song. It's a lesson too late for the learning, made of sand. Made of sand. In the wink of an eye, my soul is turning in your hand, in your hand. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. Well, you know that was the last thing on my mind. You got a reason plenty for going, this I know, this I know. For the weeds have been steadily growing. Please don't go, please don't go. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. As I lay in my bed in the morning, without you, without you. Every song in my heart goes a borning, without you, without you. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. As we walk on, our thoughts keep a tumbling round and around, round and around. Underneath our feet, the subway's rumbling. Underground, underground. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. No, that was the last thing on my mind. Well, you know that was the last thing on my mind. Karen can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the first song she heard me do live.
It is.
It is.
At Ireland's Own.
Okay, speaking of firsts, this is the first song I ever learned to do on the guitar. When I was in college many years ago, a fellow down in the hall by the name of Dave Wilt put a bunch of people together to sing folk songs. And he lent me his tenor guitar, which has 4 strings, and I learned how to play this song. It's a classic English folk song. Well, the fox went out on a windy night, prayed for the moon to give him light. He he'd many a mile to go that night before he'd reach the town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh, many a mile to go that night before he'd reach the town. Oh, ran till he came to a farmer's pen. The ducks and the geese were kept therein. He said, one of you critters gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh, one of you critters gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh. Well, he grabbed the gray goose by the neck, threw a duck across his back. He didn't mind the quack, 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 legs all dangling down. Oh, down, oh, down, oh. He didn't mind the quack, 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 the legs all dangling down. Oh. Well, old Mother Flipper Flopper jumped out of bed. Out of the window she poked her head and yelled, John, John, the gray goose is gone. Fox is on the town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. John, John, the gray goose is gone, and the fox is on the town. Oh. Johnny ran to the top of the hill, blew his whistle both loud and shrill. The fox, he said, I better run from a kill, soon be on my trail. Oh, trail, oh, trail, oh. Well, the fox, he said, I better run from a kill, soon be on my trail. Oh. Well, he ran till he came to his cozy den. There stood the little ones, 8, 9, 10, yelling, Daddy, Daddy, go back again. Must be a mighty fine town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. Daddy, Daddy, better go back again. Must be a mighty fine town. Oh. Well, the fox and his wife, without any strife, cut up the goose with a fork and a knife. They never had such a feast in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones. Oh, bones, oh, bones, oh. They never had such a feast in their life, the little ones chewed on the bones. Oh. So that is The Fox. Nobody knows who wrote that. Been around since the 1500s. Next song is a bit of Americana. I'm not getting that. Is that a signal? Oh, never mind. I think that was an exercise. Central Monday morning rail. 15 cars and 15 restless riders. 3 conductors and 25 sacks of mail. All along the southbound Odyssey, the train pulls in a Kankakee, rolls along through houses, farms, and fields. Passing trains that have no names, freight cars full of old black men, and the graveyards of rusted automobiles. Good morning, America, how are ya? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train to call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Dealing card games with the old man in the club car. Well, a penny a point, ain't no one keeping score. Pass the paper bag that holds the bottle. Feeling the wheels rumble beneath the floor. their father's magic carpets made of steel. Mothers with their babies asleep, rocked into the gentle beat, and the rhythm of the rail is all they feel. Good morning, America, how are ya? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. Well, I'm the train to call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Nighttime on the city of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home, we'll be there by morning. But through the Mississippi darkness, rolling down to the sea. All the towns and people seem to fade into a bad dream. Stealing rail, still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings his song again. Passengers, oh, please refrain. This train's got the disappearing railroad blues. Good night, America, how are ya? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. Well, I'm the train to call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'm the train to call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. So that's Arlo Guthrie's song, The City of New Orleans. Singing about a real train that runs all the way from north of Chicago down to New Orleans. And I think there's actually one, let David D. correct me on this, I think there's one member of the family that's actually ridden on that train. Or maybe it doesn't exist anymore, who knows. So next song is Gordon Lightfoot's song. As you may or may not know, he was Canadian. He did a lot of traveling around doing his stuff. In this song, he was out on the west coast of the United States. And he used to go down to the airport. When he didn't have anything else to do, and just kind of watch the planes come in and out. Helped him think. In the early morning rain, with $1 in my hand and an aching in my heart and my pockets full of sand. I'm a long way from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, with no place to go, out on runway number 9, big 707 set to go. But I'm stuck here on the ground, where the cold winds blow, where the liquor tasted good, and the women all were fast. Well, there she goes, my friend. She's rolling down at last. Hear the mighty engines roar. See the silver bird on high. I'm a away westward bound. Far above the clouds she'll fly, where the morning rain don't fall, and the sun always shines. She'll be flying o'er my home in about 3 hours' time. This old airport's got me down. It's no earthly good to me, 'cause I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I might be. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train. So I'd best be on my way in the early morning rain. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train. So I'd best be on my way in the early morning rain. So that's clearly Early Morning Rain by Gordon Lightfoot. The next song is a song that I first heard done at, let's see, what was the name of that place? Pat Troy's Ireland's Own, down on Royal Street in Alexandria. It's not there anymore. Seamus Kennedy did this song. It's called The Sick Note. Dear boss, I write this note to you to tell you of my plight. At the time of writing, I am not a pretty sight. My body is all black and blue, my face a deathly gray. So I write this note to say why Patty's not at work today. While working on the 14th floor, some bricks I had to clear. To throw them down from off the top seemed like a good idea, but the foreman wasn't very pleased. He was an awkward sod. He said I'd have to cart them down the ladder anyhow. Now to clear away these bricks by hand to me seemed very slow. So I hoisted up a barrel and secured the rope below. But in my haste to do the job, I was too blind to see that a barrel full of building bricks was heavier than me. So when I had untied the rope, the barrel fell like lead. Hanging tightly to the rope, I started up instead. I sped up like a rocket, and to my dismay I found halfway up I met the bloody barrel coming down. Now the barrel broke my shoulder as to the ground it sped, and when I reached the top I banged the pulley with my head. I held on tight though numb with shock from this almighty blow, and the barrel spilled out half its load 14 floors below. Now when the bricks had fallen from the barrel to the floor, I then outweighed the barrel, so I started down once more. I held on tightly to the rope as I flew towards the ground, and I landed on the bricks scattered all around. As I lay there moaning on the deck, I thought I'd passed the worst. But when the barrel reached the top, that's when the bottom burst. The tower bricks came down on me, I didn't have a hope. And in all of the confusion, I let go of the bloody rope. Well, the barrel being heavier, it started down once more, and it landed right atop me as I lay there on the floor. It broke 3 ribs in my left arm, and I can only say, well, I hope you'll understand why Paddy's not at work today. Yes, I hope you'll understand why Paddy's not at work today. So that's the sick note. That's a pretty good sick note. Let's see, last one this evening is a Bob Dylan song. It's also one of the first songs I learned when Larry Friedman let me use his guitar to learn how to switch over from the tenor guitar to the 6th string. Having a little trouble getting started because I can't remember the starting line. I think I'll get it eventually. If today was not an endless highway, if tonight was not a crooked trail, if tomorrow wasn't such a long time, lonesome would mean nothing to me at all. Only if my own true love was waiting, and if I could hear her heart softly pounding, only if she were lying by me, I'd lie in my bed once again. I can't see my reflection in the water, I can't speak the sounds that know no pain, I can't hear the echo of my footsteps, can't remember the sound of my own name. Only if my own true love was waiting, and if I could hear her heart softly pounding, only if she were lying by me, I'd lie in my bed once again. There is beauty in the silver shining river, beauty in the sunrise of the sky, but none of these and nothing else can match the beauty that I see each morning in my true love's eyes. Only if my own true love was waiting, and if I could hear her heart softly pounding, only if she were lying by me, I'd lie in my bed once again. Only if I could hear her heart softly pounding, only if she were lying by me, I'd lie in my bed once again. So that's Bob Dylan's Tomorrow Is a Long Time, and that's mini concert number 66. I will do number 67 next week, 23rd of June at 7:30 p.m. Hope to see you there.